Howdy, partners! It's Joel and Vee coming at you from gymeez.co.nz with a product review for the all-new ProSupps Karbolyn Superior Carbohydrate Supplement.
Hell yes!
We love this one. We've been using this one since late last year.
Oh, I'm buzzing, man. Too much Opti burn. Woo!
And we wonder why it's most likely being taken off the shelves. It's good stuff.
It's great.
Alright guys, this is nice and simple. Just a carbohydrate supplement. Vee, do you want to tell them what they're getting per scoop of this here ProSupps Karbolyn?
Yes, it's a 50-gram serve, and you're getting 50 grams of carb, 0 sugar, 0 fat.
And 0 protein. And you're probably thinking, 0 gains. Well, carbohydrates do have their place. Now, before we kind of get into the science behind ProSupps Karbolyn, we've got to talk about other carbohydrates. A lot of you might have heard of dextrose, which is also used for brewing beer, funnily enough. Wonder how many of our viewers are doing that. Maltodextrin, which is slightly longer chain dextrose, commonly used in mass gainers, you know, your mutant mass and all that sort of thing. Your stock standard mass gainers. Now, that has its place, don't get me wrong, but in terms of how it's used in the stomach and absorbed, it's pretty poor, to be honest. And if you do mix it up, you were saying before, man, clumps?
Yeah, it clumps up, especially with certain types of protein, amino acid formulations. I found, you know, before we got our hands on this, we were swallowing chunks, and that no one likes chunks.
So it may be good for helping put some size on, I guess, just in the whole calories in versus calories out thing, but not very good in terms of the natural energy production.
Yeah.
Why ProSupps Karbolyn is great is it's a homopolysaccharide, and it's derived from potato, rice and corn. So already fairly complex carbohydrates. So in terms of long-lasting energy, it's great. Something stimulant-free if you want the chemical potential energy, what your body actually wants to use to make proper energy.
Exactly, yeah.
So this here actually absorbs a lot faster within the stomach, which also leads to faster glycogen replenishment. Now you're probably asking, now why is that important to me? Now we were having a discussion before about who probably benefits the most from it. Endurance athletes that train at a very high intensity and a high volume in terms of time training will benefit the most from this.
Yeah.
Our boy Vee Joel, he's been hitting this up lately within his training. He's been loving it. He's a professional MMA fighter.
Yes.
And he trains freaking hard. He trains a lot harder than, you know,
yeah,
any of us.
It's a whole new level of intense.
He does, you know, his weights in the morning, and he does a few hours of fighting and stuff at night.
Yeah.
So glycogen replenishment for him is very important.
Very important.
Now, as a bodybuilder during the off season, to be honest, if you're using it once a day, probably not going to get as much from it in terms of glycogen replenishment. However, in pumps, the nutrient delivery side of things, right up there.
Yeah, the speed of delivery, you know, it's a lot faster because it breaks down a lot quicker, mixes a lot better. There's no bloating.
Exactly.
It's just superior.
Now, however, in the off prep season, you're getting ready for a show. You're probably going to find your training intensity is ramped up. Doing cardio once or twice a day, well, I don't, but we know a lot of people that do. What are you doing, asshole?
What's cardio?
It's probably French.
Oh, right.
But, you know, and you're probably going to say, well, why should I be using carbohydrates? You know, carbohydrates lead to fat gain. Well, no, they don't.
No.
If you've been eating enough in your off season, no, they don't. So
that's the key point, isn't it? To start off with a higher calorie.
Yeah.
Otherwise, LSD is not going to work for you.
But that's another debate. Something we're very passionate about. But anyway, you do your cardio in the morning, do 40 minutes, an hour on an inclined treadmill. You're going to most likely be depleting glycogen stores. You want to be able to restore that for when you train later, so you can train at a high intensity. Yeah. And you're probably going to be training, you know, later doing more cardio, so you need to keep that glycogen replenished so you can perform not only in your weights but also in your cardio at a high intensity, which will lead to more calories burnt.
Exactly. I mean, I did this basically all through my prep, man. Morning cardio, then smashing it at the gym, and then more cardio before I went to bed. So glycogen replenishment for me is very important. Yeah. So
now the beautiful thing about it is, if you do, your calories are getting pretty low, you can then take it out.
Yeah, yes, it's a tool, isn't it? You can utilize it as a tool. So if you really need to, like I don't really like taking any carbs out because I prefer them to have energy there to smash it.
Exactly.
But if you need to, you can just take it out, or just halve it, you know, just keep it in as long as you can though.
But yeah, so the applications are endless. You know, we have a lot of endurance athletes, triathletes, cyclists that come into the store that we sell us to. Now, applications in terms of when you're going to be using it. You can use it. I personally stay with my pre-workouts. That's where I feel I get the most benefit in terms of energy production.
Definitely.
Lasts a good 2 hours. Intra, for, you know, so you're consistently delivering fast absorbing carbohydrates to your body so you can continue working at that high
That's
intensity.
mixed in with obviously like amino acid formulation.
Exactly. Something, you know, your MTS machine fuel is a popular one for that because of the agmatine sulfate.
Yes.
But, you know, even your alpha amino because of the electrolytes, that sort of thing. But any real, you know, intra workout, you can use it post, which is just going to kick off the recovery process faster. If you're pressed for time, you can use it as a meal replacement. Yeah, mix in with some protein. Meal replacement.
I've done that plenty of times, man.
You know, that's getting, you know, it's as though you're having all your potatoes and all that sort of stuff, and you're getting whey protein, which is your highest quality protein.
And there's no bloat. I love it.
No bloat.
No bloat.
Except for some of your carb phobic people, maybe. You probably think you're bloating, but you're just getting swollen as fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, so in terms of the flavours, we only stock unflavoured. If you do want to see the other flavours, let us know. Nothing wrong with them, but we're like, well, why should our customers be shortchanged 2 serves per container or 4 serves per big container because of some, you know, the sweetness and all that sort of stuff. And the benefit of having an unflavoured drink is you can mix it with anything to almost no taste. You can mix it with your pre, intro, post, whatever.
Anything.
But if you do want to see it, let us know. But that's it for today, guys. You know, as we said, it's a nice short and sharp one. There's not much to it, but this does, for us, help bring our training intensity to the next level. If you want to get it, make sure you get it from gymeez.co.nz, the best place to buy your supplements in New Zealand. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I have the biggest biceps at gymeez by far. What do you think, man?
What do you reckon? I still reckon I got you. I got you.
No way.